So I have been at the ER for 3 hours. I must say this is the longest I've had to be at the local ER, but the shot that I received for the issues I'm having was well worth it. So we are going home now. Oh God. I feel like I've been at work. Like, oh man. And I was a popsicle inside of the ER. But I'm not gonna complain because, not gonna complain because it is hot here in Birmingham. So I'm just gonna be grateful that I got my shot. Got me some medicine. Honey, I'm not gonna complain about the coldness inside because I'm back in the heat out here. And I'm just taking the car a little bit to cool off. I'm ready to go home. But I'm so glad I got what I needed because I'm gonna feel so much better in a couple of hours, at least in the morning. Because honey, grandbabies don't understand when BB don't feel good. So we gotta make sure we prepped and ready for the midgets because I got 2 coming in today. And I gotta be ready. Gotta be ready for the midgets, y'all. Oh my goodness, sorry. Let me find me something to snack on and head back to the house. So I am headed to meet my daughter who is transporting one of my grandbabies to town. That's the convenience of having a truck driver in the family. Watch it, sir. So she is bringing him in on the rig, honey. And I hadn't seen him. I don't think I've seen him all year. Yeah. So now which truck is her truck? But yeah, so yes, hadn't seen him all year, and I'm excited because he's here for the weekend. I've just got to find her truck. Ooh, Jesus. Let's see. Dewey! I miss you, boy. With your tall self. Look. Oh my God. It's my little baby. You gotta go get your bags. Yay! I know. We gotta go see Daddy tomorrow. Put it in the back seat. No, Grandpa just want to see you. He hadn't seen you in a long time. Here, push all the stuff in there. There's the truck driver. Hi, girl. I mean, he got snacks galore.
And there's some in that bag, too.
We're going to eat some of his snacks.
You got chips in here, stuff in there.
I need to see the inside of this truck. I haven't seen your inside of your new truck. Don't let the truck seat smush your booty in, girl. You gotta get the booty. Get that booty twerk, twerk, twerk. No, I'm just playing. We ain't doing all the twerk. You gotta make sure you save somewhere to sit, Nazir.
One of these days. Go out there.
I'm gonna look inside of her truck. Put your seatbelt on, buddy. Okay. Here you go, man. You taller than who, baby?
My mom said that I'm taller than the door in her room.
Oh, you taller than the door in her room. We'll see if you'll be taller than the door in my room. Because I got you for a couple of days, buddy. How was your ride on the truck?
Good.
Good. You enjoyed it with Namada?
Mm-hmm. Isn't it Normata?
Yeah, that's...
Oh.
Boy. I don't know what... I was like, what is that noise? That's you. How we get out of here, honey? Because that made me feel like I don't want none of the trucks to run over me. We're going to cut through right over here. We don't have to make the big swing outs like Namada does. Bye, Namada. Bye, Namada. Look at my little midget, y'all. She be handling that truck, honey. You better do it, girl. You better do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. My baby a driver, not a driver. Okay. She get it from my mama. Even though I don't have a CDL. Baby, she doing her thing. So you saying that you think that it's only the shoes that made you taller than
A
Amora?
little bit. A little bit.
No shoes, and you're still super tall. Way taller than Amora. Stand next to your cousin Amora. Oh my God, Nazir, you so tall.
Only in second grade.
I know, and
Which is the second
you're in
grade?
third grade.
I'm about to be in the third grade, honestly.
Yeah, school will start in August, and you'll be third grade, and Amora is second grade. Amora, you happy to see your cousin?
Yes. And baby, guess what? Guess
Are you
what?
happy to see me too?
Yeah, I kept asking my dad. I keep saying, I miss Nazir. I don't want to go in there until I see Nazir.
That's Nazir.
Good to see you, buddy.
Nazir, you still got Toca Boca World? Yes.
You got what is this, Nazir?
Snacks.
Is it clothes or snacks? This snacks too?
Yeah. I have a lot of snacks.
I see. We're gonna have a party with your snacks. You did good, Mimi. She poopy on the pad. Oh, it has been a very, very, very long day. Been at the ER all day. I had just enough time before it was time to get my grandson. They let me out probably about 30 minutes before it was literally time for me to meet my daughter to get him. And here we go. And grabbed him, and it was so good to see him again. So he's here with us for a couple of days. And I have one of my granddaughters too, who actually lives in town, and she's excited that he's here. So they have a camp out in the living room. So my house will be jacked up for a couple of days, but who cares? All I want to do right now is prepare to go to sleep. And I'm going to clean my face with the Ampoule Foam by Centella. And then I will follow up with the Centella Bubble Cleansing Foam. So this one is really lightweight. If I didn't have on like any brow makeup or anything like that, because today I don't have any full face makeup on, but I did put on like a little bit of blush and some concealer under my eyes so I wouldn't look like how I'm feeling, I would use this. But because I need to do a good cleanse with taking this off my face, I'm going to use this. And then I'll use this to follow up. And y'all know how I bootleg. Like I said, I love me a little foaming brush, honey. I guess I should have pulled this off by now, but in one of my videos, I shared how I found this at the Dollar Tree. And since it was $1.25 and it had the tip on it that I really wanted, I just simply poured out the liquid that was on the inside, the cleanser. I think it's called Glow Up Cloud Cleanser. No shade on the Glow Up, but it just wasn't what I wanted. I only wanted the bottom. So we're gonna officially take this off. But maybe I'll try Glow Up one day and kind of see what happens. But today, I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna have to clean this off with alcohol because now it's all sticky. But it's okay because it's giving me the vibes that I'm looking for. So like I said, we're gonna go ahead and do this one, but we're gonna start off with this one. So I go to the ER, and I swear I was in there like 3 hours. And this is like a freestanding ER. Normally, it doesn't take that long. So this is why I chose to go to that particular freestanding ER. But today, for some reason, everybody, as they say, and their mama was in the ER. I was supposed to get my windows tinted. I was supposed to go to the grocery store after I left the ER. Like, I had plans to not be in the ER for a very long time. I'm trying to take this brown gel off. And it just didn't work out that way. But that's how it is sometimes. And so now, here I am, preparing for bed after 10 o'clock p.m. Now, I like to be in bed at least by 9. Because my phone goes off and reminds me it's bedtime. Look at my little curly curls. They just had to come out and show their faces, honey. But it's late for me, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm exhausted. But I am glad that I was able to get a shot, a pain shot, as well as steroids for my sinus and allergies. They gave me some big, giant, jumbo antibiotics. So I have that to take. And, yeah, I think that's it. And by the time I got home, I literally only had 15 minutes to make it to the pharmacy after picking up my grandson. I had 15 minutes to make it to the pharmacy. So we skedaddled over there and got that handled, and thank God I got my meds. So maybe in a couple of days, I'll be able to have a clearer voice without sounding like Tommy. Y'all remember Tommy from Martin? Hey Martin, it's Tommy. Yeah, I'm not trying to be Tommy. And I think the first 10 days, I don't know how long I've been going, honey, but all I know is it's been very consistent. I'll have to count those videos. I'm just proud that I've been sticking with it. But every day that I have posted, I have had this sinus and allergy issue. It got worse the other day. So that's why I was like, okay, I can't just fight this one on my own. I gotta go see about myself. But every day that I've posted a video here, I've been sounding like this. So now once the antibiotics kick in and the steroids kick in, you guys will get a chance to actually know what my actual voice is. Cause honey, oh shoot. Listen, I'm not used to having lashes on. Are they still that shy? Cause baby, I've been washing. I almost wiped my lashes off. I'm pretty new to putting my own clusters on. So I was afraid that once I raised up, my face was gonna be empty. And yes, I did just dry my face off because I want to make sure that I got all that first product off. And this product, it has like a light, not astringent, but exfoliant in it. And it does give a nice tingle. It doesn't burn, but it definitely gives a tingle. And I love it because it's made with the Centella from Madagascar. And this is the Skin 1004. But I love this product. It really, you can tell that it's doing some good cleansing. So now I'm going to follow up with this cleanser, the Bubble Cleansing Foam, which is also Centella. Let me see how thin that is, but it lathers up really good. And today I didn't feel like putting on any real makeup, like, because I haven't slept well in a couple of days. I was dark under my eyes, so I put some concealer on. Yeah, I put my concealer on because I was a little bit dark under the eyes. Because if you have sinus issues, if you have allergy issues, it's almost like you can't really avoid the darker under eye. You got to really work on it. Really, really work on it. And you want to do, like, sometimes if it gets really bad, which I'm sure I should probably do this every day, but I don't. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'll try and add it to my routine now that I have a community here that's gonna keep me, you know, consistent and accountable. But I may add a facial lymphatic a facial lymphatic massage to my nighttime routine. So we'll see. We shall see. Now, didn't I just say I need to take it easy on the lashes? Why I almost knocked a lash off again. And these are clusters under here. But that just lets you know how I'm so not used to that, honey. I'm trying. But it's kind of hard to think about it because I'm so used to not having anything on, because I wore strips for years, and all of a sudden the glue that I was using just did not agree with me anymore. I mean, literally, I could have it on for just a half a day, and when I put my oil on to remove the lashes, I would literally feel like a chemical burn across my lid. And that's the worst, because after a day or so, I give it 2 days, then I had a scalp on my lid, and that felt awful. Now, I did buy some wipes from the Dollar Tree to help with that irritated eye. And I'm not gonna lie, it did help. It helped. So one of the wipes that the wipe that I purchased, because I did get some from the eye care place. My ophthalmologist gave me some wipes, but I tried these eyelid cleansing wipes from the Dollar Tree. Y'all be sitting on the Dollar Tree, but I ain't sitting, honey. I'm standing and walking. I'm getting it. These wipes, when I tell you, between those wipes helped me cleanse and moisturize my eyelids after having little scalps on my eyelids. And then I followed up with like some Neosporin ointment. And also I used a little vitamin E oil, pure vitamin E oil. And it sped up the process for my lids to recover and for my scalps to heal. So, and I tried several. My favorite glue was the Duo glue, the one with the orange writing. And evidently they must have changed their ingredients or something, because it just did not work for me. It started just really going in the wrong direction, and I couldn't deal with that. All right, so I have cleansed my face. I'm not gonna do a mask tonight because I'm exhausted. So put these away. I am going to use my hyaluronic acid, and this is also by Madagascar Centella. And these little beads feel so good. And you see that consistency? It does not take a lot. It spreads a long way. I think I've had this bottle probably about maybe 6 months, literally, and still hanging strong. And I use this day and night, so that lets you know a little goes a long way. So we're just gonna take a little bit from this side and this side. Now, although I may not use my massager all the time to do the lymphatic massage, I do have the little jade wedge that you use to, you know, apply. Once you apply your serum, then you can do your lymphatic massage with your little jade. Now, I help to get that puff down, so I do this lymphatic massage every night. But I don't do all of the good movements and moving around and down. I should, and I'm gonna work on it. I promise I'll work on it. But right now, we're gonna work on the little puffs for a hot second. After we are done with that, why? See, it's the I can't believe these lashes still holding on, y'all. And I did this myself. Your girl leveling up. That's why I told y'all, luxury does not have to be expensive. It just has to be intentional. That's it. And I'm intentional about not spending some unnecessary money to go somewhere, and then I'm unhappy with either how they did it, or my allergies decide to get really crunk up, and then I have to pull them off anyway. So it just makes more sense for me to save that money and do it myself, and I don't feel so bad if I start feeling some kind of way and then I have to pull them off, because, you know, I've spent maybe that day, maybe 20 cents. All right, so we got that done. Now remember, we're gonna go back with a little bit of our Fat Water by Fenty Beauty. And once again, it only takes a little. Y'all see that a little bit? That's gonna go over my whole face. Definitely get that forehead, the chin, and then work my way. I'm more dry around my temples and my forehead, but everything else, honey, I'll be like a grease monkey, baby. If it wasn't for my makeup spray, I would shine. Shine, shine, shine. Now see, this one dries really fast, so I can't really use this one when I use like my little red light massager, I can't use this because it dries too fast, and it dries pretty sticky. So you have to kind of let it really saturate into the skin. Now, I said I don't do my little jade roller every day, but once a week I do use my red and green light therapy on my face. And I do use the motions that normally people use when they're doing a lymphatic massage. All right, so next, I'm gonna put a little bit of retinol on. I don't put retinol on in the daytime, so this is my opportunity to put my retinol on. And I take it very easy around the eyes, but we make sure we get these little creases from smiling, because I do pride myself on smiling a lot. Even when I'm down, most of the time, I pride myself on smiling, so we want to work on all those lines. I got the fat cheeks because your girl done gained a couple pounds, so I have to be mindful about how, you know, I manage my face structure right now. You see that extra fat meat? We're gonna work on it. Y'all gonna be like, who is that bodybuilder? I'm just playing. I ain't trying to be a bodybuilder, honey. I'm all about soft. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, shake it up because, oops, we're gonna shake it up because it's been settling all day. We're gonna use that little bit. And we're just gonna put just a little bit so we can put it around like the little areas where crow's feet would be. Thank God I don't have that. And we're gonna make sure I don't. So I'm gonna start right here. And like I said, be very careful around the eyes with the retinol. And then we're gonna work on the little area right here, around the mouth. And let's get that forehead. I do have a frown line because even though I smile a lot, I do make some weird faces sometimes, especially when I see something idiotic or hear something idiotic. You gonna get that. So we got to work on the frown line. And I ain't gonna lie, do a little research, y'all. If it starts to look like, you know, I'm melting, and I pray to God I don't, because most of my family, thank God, they be like 90, 100 years old and they still look good. And I'm praying to God that's me, please God. Whew. But if anything happens, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I'm gonna get that Botox in that forehead. Now I'm not gonna get this nose reduced because I can barely smell with this big ass nose. No, sorry, I can barely smell with these nostrils, so I'm not gonna worry about trying to thin that out, honey. We're gonna stay in line with the ancestors. That's what I got, and that's what I'm keeping. But this right here, let that thing start trying to do something. Bing, bing. We're gonna work on it. We're gonna definitely do that. So I am done with my night. Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, I have 2 more products that I'm gonna use. And like I said, because I have allergies and sinus issues, I do get the darkness under the eyes more often than probably usual. And so for that, I'm gonna use my vitamin C under eye serum. And I love this one. It is made by, who is this? I don't have my glasses, y'all. Child. I'm sorry, I don't remember who this is by, and I only see where it says brightening vitamin C, and it's a roller eye serum, but the name of it is gone. I'll do some research and try and find it for you guys, but right now, I'm sorry. But I think that if you find a good vitamin C serum that works for you, then use that. But I'm using this one, and I love it, like I said, because it's on a roller ball. And I like the consistency of this one as well. You know, I pay attention to product. So my serums, I don't like really watery, loose serums. I like to know that it's thick enough to rest in those pores and penetrate. And so I'm gonna do the vitamin C. I'm gonna put a little vitamin C around here. And down here. Okay. I guess I'm getting me a good massage in too, because the roller, excuse me, does its thing. So we're gonna fan that. I'm not gonna try and pat this in. I want this to rest on its own. So I'm gonna fan that. Finally, before we are fully done with the face, I'm gonna go in with my Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream. I use this as a day moisturizer as well as my night moisturizer. A little goes a long way. If you use really good product, it doesn't take a lot. And I normally don't put my finger in here, but thank God my hands are extremely clean. But I love the way that Tatcha has the little stick here. So you can just dip and be done. Dip, be done. Dip, dip, and be done. Hey. All right, so we're gonna put this all on my lips. I'm not gonna disturb my vitamin C because I need my vitamin C to rest under those eyes. I love the way this gives me a nice glow. I'm not really worried about the vitamin C, you know, being mixed on my lip area and chin or forehead. I need the vitamin C to rest right there. And that's what we're doing. Okay. And we'll make sure we moisturize those ears. I hate to literally see, you know, a female, or a male for that matter, but a female with crusty ears. And don't act like y'all hadn't seen it, because you have. And they'll have on some bad earrings. But that ear will be crusty. We don't want to do that. So we want to moisturize and know that your ears are a part of your face. So let's make that happen. And I will moisturize my chest area when I take my shower. And so we're about done with the face, and we're going to just go in with the Fenty Skin. And this is the Plump Push-Up, I'm sorry. This is the night lip mask. And once again, good products, people. A little goes a very long way. It's almost time for a lip scrub, because I do scrub my lip when I give myself a facial. So I'm gonna have to share that with y'all one day. So my next move, when I get in my room, boom, Dollar Tree. I told y'all I ain't sleeping. I am walking. I am not sleeping, I'm walking. This is compared to the Allegra 24-hour. And my doctor told me to still continue to take the Allegra, even though I'm now taking antibiotics and steroids. But this one, I've tried this one for the last week. And when I tell you, this is the only thing that really has been keeping me moving as well as I have, is, you know, with regards to my sinuses. But I do love Allegra. But baby, when I walked past this in the Dollar Tree, I was like, skirt, we gotta check this out. And it works. So there you go. It's made by Nuvicare, and it's a antihistamine, and it clearly says compared to Allegra 24-hour. Okay. So now like I said, this is working for me. It does not take the place of Allegra D, but it does help with your basic allergy with the Allegra 24 hour. But that Allegra D is what I do have to go grab tomorrow, because the decongestant, it's time for me. I gotta pull all the gunk up out of here. So while the steroids is working, the antibiotics is working, I'll be working using my histamine and that D to help drain it out, kind of like a Mucinex. But we're going to use the Allegra D because there's no need of me taking 2 pills when I can take 1. Just saying. So it's been a good day after leaving the ER, because like I said, I got my grandbaby in. So we've got all the medication we need for now. Face, skin ready. And the grandbaby's in there camping out, watching TV. And BB, which is me, that's what they call me, y'all. I used to call myself a grand diva, but as a Christian woman, I did my research, honey, and I found out that a demon, a female demon, is what they call diva. And I ain't going to hell for nobody. So I'm no longer a diva. I'm a BB. And that's Swahili for grandmother or leader of the pack. And I'm the leader and the grandmother. So there we go. BB works for me. Not to mention it's cultural, so I love me some culture. So yeah, BB is getting ready to take it in because I'm exhausted. And I've got to edit this video really quickly and shoot it out to y'all before midnight. Wish me luck. Go get the shower in, get in the bed, edit, and boom, I am out of here. Thank you for coming back, checking me out today. And thanks again for coming back to my channel on today. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And I will be back in the next video. I hope to see you here. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you on the next one. Toodles!